Okay, students, ladies and gentlemen, it is an absolute honor to be standing in front of you. And I think there is no better way for me to start than to quote possibly the best military quotation that I have heard. It goes something like this: if you want to be peaceful, you have to retain the capability of intense violence. Because if you are not capable of violence, then you're not peaceful, you're harmless. So standing in front of you, I assure you, is a very, very peaceful man. And I'd like to inform you that this peaceful man, 40 odd years back, was wearing his short pants and sitting possibly in the same place where you sit, listening to somebody like me expound from the stage. So is there a common link between you and me, a common thread, which I can share with you, and we will find that out in the next 15 odd minutes. There's a question for all of you. How many soldiers in this audience? So I see a raise of about 2 or 3 hands. And I'm going to surprise you by the time I finish. Asking you this question has actually provided me the wildfire that I intend for today, because I'm going to be the small spark for this wildfire, but I'm going to ensure that you all are the small flames, you're the tinder, you're the strong breeze, and you're the wood, and you're the wildfire for my 15 to 18 minutes of talk. So what you see standing in front of you is a soldier and a general. What you don't see is, on a day-to-day basis, I go through the same travails as you do. I go through the same fears, the same tests, and some amazing examinations, just the way you go through. So the point I'm trying to make is, there's a soldier and a general with a large amount of student in him standing in front of you. So I ask myself this question: is the converse also true? Amongst all these young, bright students sitting in front of me, is there a soldier lurking in you?
Yes.
So, as students together, I have realized that even when I was a young kid, there was an inner voice, a conscience in me which told me right from wrong, which told me when to go, when to stop, when to do the right thing. The same thing has continued with me throughout my life. The difference between you and me today is that I have been able to ensure that these have been all identified as broad rules, guidelines, or principles, whereas you've not been able to firm them in. So I decided, as fellow students, to give you the benefit of these rules or principles which have guided my life, to define them for you, to help you define yourselves. I'm going to start with the most important one, which is the mother of all rules and principles, and that's aim. You have to be able to define your aim in life as early as possible. I had a doctor sitting with me the other day who told me in class 10, he knew he was going to be a doctor. Today, he is a famous surgeon in the Apollo hospital. I stand in front of you in class 6 and 7, I knew I was going to be a soldier. Your broad aim for your life, define it for yourself so that you can concentrate all your energies towards it. And that's the second guideline. Concentration of force. We are talking about the inner force which is inside you, which is a sum total of all that makes you a person. Your capabilities, your abilities, your desires, your talents, your strengths, your weaknesses. Concentrate them and ensure that you are working towards the aim in life. Just remember, towards your aim in life, there are going to be many goals. How you achieve each goal is something I will come to later. You must understand that you have a main effort. And when we speak about effort, we come to the third rule. which is the economy of effort. An economy of effort equally means recognizing your main effort and the ability to eschew the peripherals. You must know where to put in your main effort. In the army, we say, the more you use, the less you lose. Identify that effort. Offensive, that's the fourth. Extremely important. Don't sit back and wait for things to happen. Make them happen. The initiative should always be with you. You've heard of this famous term, carpe diem, seize the day. In the army, we say, if you are always acting, you will never have to react. So wake up that action man and action woman in you. Be offensive in everything that you do. Surprise, the X factor. It is really important to develop and nurture the capabilities and the hidden talents that are in you. They could be academic, they could be on the sports field, they could be extracurricular. Whatever be your hidden talent, nurture it. Every child, I believe every child, every student is special. Nurture your qualities. Please remember, pleasant surprises are accelerators to success. They've just spoken about, it was on a whim at the last moment that I decided that I would give a pleasant surprise to my command of almost 1.8 lakh men and tell them that you have to get physically fit. So if a 59-year-old man can cycle 280 kilometers, so can you. A pleasant surprise. Flexibility. We've all heard about that famous story of the storm and the bamboo bending to it and the oak getting uprooted. We cannot be inflexible. Flexibility is an extremely, extremely important quality for a scholar and for a warrior. If you recollect, I spoke to you about a single aim and many goals. In the army, we say you can lose a battle and still win the war. Similarly, in your life, there will be goals which you will not be able to achieve. You will have to shift gears, shift goals, but still work towards your aim. That is what flexibility is all about. Cooperation. Stand by me, stand by your men, stand by your friends and families. Stand for each other, stand with each other. That is what cooperation is all about. It is extremely important to us as army men. It is extremely important to you as students. You know, they say when you cooperate, you divide the task, you multiply the success. They also say in the army, you want to go fast, you go alone. You want to go far, you go together. Cooperation is extremely important. Morale. You all heard of Kargil, and you all heard of the manner in which the soldiers had to climb those great heights to attack an enemy who was sitting atop them. It all happened because of a very, very high state of morale. And morale is nothing else but a positivity of mind. Believing good things will happen will make good things happen. It's called the power of serendipity. There have been books and tomes written about it, one of the best being Secrets by Rhonda Bryan. Just remember, if you are positive and you think positive, good will happen. Maintenance of security. Security and administration are two really important facets for you. To know that your six is guarded, to know that you always have fallback options. It is through your friends, through your families, through your school, your organization, your teachers. All of these people are the ones who back you up, who are your fallback options. If you know that you have a secure foundation, you can strike out from the shore and try and cross the ocean. So security and administration are again two really important principles. Now, I've outlined 9 or 10 principles for you, which are going to be flashed on the slide so that you can actually see them, remember them, and imbibe them. But there is something which I'm actually not telling you out here, which I will let you know after I reveal to you what my anthem is. Since I was a young boy in my 10th, 11th in class, and then a young soldier, a Middle Peace soldier, until now, I have followed a single anthem, which actually I know by heart. It goes something like this. Out of the night that covers me, black as a pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced or cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloodied but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade, and yet the menace of the years finds me and will find me unafraid. It matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. You are the master of your fate. You are the captain of your soul. Now, this is the famous poem called Invictus. It is the strength of these words. It is the strength of these 16 lines that Nelson Mandela spent 27 years of incarceration. It is on the strength of these lines that I have actually worked my way up through some amazing situations, some amazing travails and tests, and reached the rank I have. This is my anthem. But the last two lines are extremely important. They're important for you and they're important for me. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. You know, soldier, very interestingly, is a noun and a verb. So the noun stands in front of you, but all that I've done all my life was the verb. I've soldiered on. Soldiering on applied to Nelson Mandela. Soldiering on applies to all of you. So the point I'm trying to make to you, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm going to reveal to you right now, these 10 principles that I've revealed to you, these are actually the principles of war which are followed by the Indian Army. Every army in the world has principles of war. Some of them have 5, some of them have 8. The Indian Army has 10 principles of war. And when I was coming out here to address you, I thought there was no better way than to align you and make you understand that these principles of war, they apply as much to every soldier of the Indian Army, every officer, this general, they apply to you. They apply to all of you. So I believe, just the way as a soldier standing in front of you, there's a student in me, I believe as a student sitting in front of me, there is definitely a lot of soldier in each one of you. So I'm going to finish by asking this one question again. How many soldiers in the audience? Please raise your hands. Wow, thank you. You just made my day. Jai Hind. Thank you.